I've got a glass of Keller to toast to a very exciting adventure ahead. So cheers to many years. Notes of grape, notes of wine. It's fantastic work. Shout out Keller. You're listening to Models That Eat, podcast where we interview muses in media about all things food, body image, wellness, lifestyle, fitness, and the real human things you don't usually see online. We're not just interviewing models, we're also interviewing actors, influencers, athletes, musicians. This is no bullshit, no filters, real talk. I'm your host, Phoebe Joseph. You may call me Pojo, longtime nickname, can't get rid of it. On this first episode of Models That Eat, I want to tell you all about the show, why I felt so called to create it, and what you can expect from the many episodes ahead. So, what is Models That Eat? Well, let's start with the elephant in the room, the name. It's kind of a joke. Models That Eat instead of Models Who Eat. I named it that to nod to models because I think we're typically not seen as people or not spoken about as people, but models eat. They have stories, they're human, they have real lives, and they're going to share a bit of their stories on this show. So I thought it'd be a little fun way to nod to them and some of the trauma I've picked up over the years. But no, it's cheeky and it's a prank. So nothing too serious about the title. I got into the industry when I was 12 years old. I got scouted by Teen Vogue, and very unglamorous truth to my scouting story. I was in a cafeteria grabbing mac and cheese, and I was scouted, and my first job was a page spread in Teen Vogue. I went on to do commercial work, runway, high fashion, while simultaneously keeping my passion for food alive. I was a huge foodie throughout all of that. And looking back, I'm very, very grateful that I had such wonderful exposure to not only the fashion industry and the modeling industry, but to media and entertainment at large. I saw firsthand how social media, pop culture, advertising shape people's lives and their perceptions of themselves. And that really led me to being so passionate about having conversations like the ones we're going to have on this show. Decided when I was 15 to start a food account on Instagram called Models That Eat, where I would post food that me and my friends were eating between castings. And it was really just a little bit of an FU to people who would continue to make comments about my body and my friends' bodies and go eat a burger and you need, just all the things that models hear pretty frequently based off the assumption that we don't eat. I had a very positive relationship with food growing up. I was an athlete. I was raised in a household that was very food positive. So I didn't really understand all the stigma that the industry carried until I was in it. And I realized pretty quickly this food account started conversations with people I didn't expect, agents, peers, producers even. And so that is where it really all began. Later, I decided to start interviewing models about their relationships with food. And I'm here today because I want to open the floor to people in media to have these conversations again. Growing up, being outward facing and performing in some capacity, that is really what modeling is, was not an easy upbringing. It definitely affected me in many ways, but I think I built such an empathy for those that are in the spotlight because of that. The experience that these people have can really actually help others if they were able to verbalize that and talk about these very real human topics. So why this podcast and why now? It's a very toxic environment online right now if you are just trying to exist and feel confident, right? And that goes for everybody. It's not just people that aren't in the industry. People in the industry, the beautiful, perfect, in quotes, people you see on billboards feel equally as insecure because of these beauty standards and just general standards across the board that are perpetuated through media. It's like a toxic cycle. You end up on the hamster wheel. It's hard to get off. I grew up in an industry where food was kind of demonized in many ways. And it's not just the industry, and I'm not here to point fingers and blame the machine. It's to say that we live in a culture that is incredibly judgmental, and that's because we're all judgmental of ourselves. Bringing back this conversation around food is super important in order for us to re-liberate ourselves and to connect with other people, especially people in media. I think it's super, super crucial to realize that we share something very, very fundamental to our existence. And that thing could be the reason why we're able to have conversations that hit home, change our minds, change our hearts, and change the way we live. And in an age where Ozempic core and what I eat in a days and how to be a model, how to work out like a model, all this toxic culture around getting thinner and smaller. And I think we sometimes get really absorbed in the ego and what it means to be seen as perfect and seen as successful and seen as all these things. We get in front of a camera, we take a photo, we post it online, and it's no man's land. The internet is not an ethical machine by any means. But I think what we can do is decide to consume content that is going to help us, not harm us, and also create things that may help other humans. That's really my goal with this show. Like, I see my privilege in growing up modeling. I've gotten so many opportunities because of the way I look. And now in my life, when I think about what I want to do with my platform and my privilege, it's not just to be like, oh, like, I want to like use my privilege to do good. I actually genuinely want people to see that this industry is incredibly flawed. When the veil is lifted, you understand why media is so toxic. The back end is this absolute feeding of all of these toxic narratives, and it affects people that are consuming that media and content as well. Here's what you can expect from Models That Eat. Every other week, I'm going to sit down with a guest to talk about all things food, body image, self-confidence, mental health, wellness, you name it, we're going to talk about it. There will be sad moments. There will be happy moments. We might cry. We might smile. We might laugh. You know, all the human experiences will be existing on this podcast. And my hope is that you'll be able to take away something meaningful that helps you on your journey. So if I can use my position to bring people on that are really willing to have raw, real conversations and connect with their audience in a different way, then it's a job well done. And for me, it's a well worth it journey. So I hope you guys stick around. There's so many cool people coming on the show. Really, really excited to share with you some of these conversations. Are really, really interesting. But yeah, I guess you're going to have to just stick around to find out. Models That Eat is not just a podcast. It's a community. Patreon is our hub for all things Models That Eat. On Patreon, you could be a free subscriber and get notifications about all of our episodes coming out, our editorials, our content drops on socials. If you're a paid subscriber, it is, one, the best way to support the show and keep these conversations going. But two, you'll get exclusive content from every single episode we record, bonus episodes of the podcast, access to community conversations, editorials, exclusive giveaways. And also, y'all, I have so many crazy stories. I wish I could say them all online very, very publicly and just feel free to do that. The truth is, I don't. So you can expect a little bit more of a unfiltered look at the industry on the Patreon. It's not to gatekeep. It's to protect myself and others, okay? People come on the show sometimes and they start going and I'm like, yo, that is tea. And sometimes the tea is just too hot. Too hot. So you know where to find it. Patreon.com/models-that-eat. Give us a follow on TikTok and Instagram. Our handle is @models.that.eat. You can find me on Instagram @Pojo. And I'm so excited to share with you some of the episodes we have coming up. It is going to be a blast. You are definitely not ready for some of these guests. It is really, really exciting. So with that said, Models That Eat signing off. It's your girl Pojo. Go eat something delicious today. You deserve it. See you next time. Bye. Cheers. Sippy, sippy. And I would spill on myself for that last shot. It is what it is. Okay. Ta-ta now. See you on Patreon. Extended cut on Patreon. Okay? Yeah. Cool.